Warning, this content is not for kids. If you're a kid, f off.
We're back at bonny Tentsmuir. High tide was 11:30, but at the speed I move, we've missed it. It's already going out because I think it's, wait a minute, it's 1:15. Man, that's me trying to get here for 11:30. Fuck, don't ever rely on me being on time. Wind noise, let's move. So we decided to call it a day on the fishing. I'm just going to chase the tide the whole time rather than have the tide come to me. So I just had a wee chat with him because he come down that way as I was about to hit record. Because he's come from the Lookers end, and he's supposed to have well, he was planning on cycling the whole thing, but he's just chained his bike up and had a wander, well, because of the destruction, that's my point. So he says it's like that all the way through the whole entire forest. We're going to go to one of our favourite camping spots that we haven't been to for a while. One of my early videos, I think it might have been my first proper camping video that I uploaded. We're going to that spot where my lean-to was, and I say was because we've been back there since, obviously. That was many years ago. But Mother Nature took that lean-to back a long time ago. There's something rattling in my bag, that's bad admin. You hear it? I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, I know what it is. It's my extendable fishing rod, my telescopic fishing rod. That's all the eyes, because that's poking out the top of my bag. I made some food for my trips, put it in the freezer, and I got out the house, down the road a wee bit, totally forgot my food. So I went back to the house, got my food back, and then I left my beach casting fishing rod, the one, well, it doesn't matter anyway because I'm not going to be fishing, but just over there. I'm going to go there in a second. That was my very first ever camping spot, the very first time I camped in Tentsmuir. That's where the tent was. And then I had a fire here. And see all these trees, all these wee trees. Well, they're about 20 foot now. None of them were there. This was one of those big clearance areas, you know, when the Forestry Commission takes down a load of trees for some fire management and growth management and stuff. This was just a clearance. Now look at it. It's mental what could happen in a few wee years, eh? I'm heading that way. So do I want to go that way or that way? God damn it with the beep beep. See, the sun will be in my eyes all the way that way. And that way's in the shade, so it won't be so much of a pain in the ass. So it's that way we go. And it's extra cover going through the forest. I need a new tripod for my camera, guys. You notice there's a lot of creaking going on, like, see that? That's the actual handle itself, the proper tripod handle, folding. It comes with a GoPro, it's designed to be used as I'm using it. Man, what a pain in the ass it is. See, even editing, when I'm editing with headphones and you hear that creaking. I understand the pain of headphone users when they're listening to the video. Well, there's the first fallen tree in the path. I can't remember how many points that is. Oh yeah, back to this GoPro, the camera tripod. It doesn't even have any rubber bits on it, so when you open it up to use it as a tripod, it just slides. It slides everywhere. So it makes noises when you close it and use it as a handle, it just creaks. And when you open it to use it as a tripod, there's no grip. You can't trust it. And also the extended bit. Yeah, when you extend the tripod to get some height out of it, it becomes top heavy. Yeah, that was just that's where all this stuff was kept for the car park. They built a couple of car parks, but this was where they stored all the stones We called them chuckies in Scotland. I think we called them chuckies because you were able to chuck them easily into somebody's glass window. Ah man, boop boop beep boop boop. That's JJ, he's day drinking again. He's back on the sauce. Yeah, I could have got under there quite easily. It was limboed under. Well, it's been a long time for you, limboed. I was the limbo king. Self-titled. Nobody else ever tried challenging that title. There's a couple of houses here. There's also a place with the horses. I can't remember what they're called. Esquires or something. A horse house. A couple of years ago, me and my boy are wandering along one of the main roads, the main paths up that way. The one closer to where the horses get kept. And we decided we would stop for a wee tea break. So we were sitting on the side of the path, wearing all our camouflage gear and stuff. And a lady, on me, Alan, on me. Yeah, a lady approached on a horse. But the horse didn't see us straight away, so he got spooked when he saw us and he just froze. And the lady sitting on the horse just got the whip thing. I imagine it's called the whip. And fuck me, she was cracking that thing against the horse, something rotten, trying to get it to move. I mean, thrashing. The horse wouldn't move. I wanted to take that thing off and fucking give her a wee bit of it myself, man, see how she liked it. Wee shame. It wasn't just a wee tap tap, let's go. It was a fucking move, move. Would you fuck move, man? Poor wee horse, well, poor big horse. The thing was gigantic. I will never get on a horse. I don't know if I've told you this story. So there's only one reason. I've been on horses before when I was a kid. But then Christopher Reeve, my all-time hero, he fell off a horse making a horse safety video, paralysed himself. The man of steel couldn't walk. The man who made us believe a man could fly couldn't walk anymore. It terrified me. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting on a horse ever again. True story, I never did. Ha, you can't see me in this. Hiding under the canopy of trees. Storm Arwen has caused a large number of trees to be blown down onto roads and trails in Tentsmuir Forest. For your safety, stay out of the forest. Mate, I'm already in the forest. There is still access to the beach, no entry. Well, I'm very sorry, but I need to go this way, just for a minute. The map's stone. I don't need to read that. In fact, that's new. That wasn't here the last time I was here. This stone, see this green stuff, that stone is patina growth, a stone that grows on top of stone. Look, you can see the original, there's the original engraving there. And this stuff, that's Mother Nature put that. The same thing happens to leather and wood. Anyway, the point of this is this stone used to stand right on the beach, on the shoreline, and it marked a point between two different fisheries. Now, I was telling you in another video that Tentsmuir's, the whole forest is on sand. It's pretty much on a beach. So it moves, like that tree was over there maybe 6 years ago. You get me? This used to be on the shore, and the shore's fucking way over there, man. Used to have water splashing on that. How cool is that? And now, through time, it's in the middle of the woods. Even trees have grown that way, the forest is growing that way. How cool is that, man? I thought I'd show you that. The moving stone, which didn't actually move. We're about there, where number 6 is, and that stone originally sat here, outside the forest. How cool is that? Oh, I painted the door green. I saw a black door and I painted it. Spez. This, boys and girls, this was the ice house where they would store ice for the fisheries. Damn, that's new, man. Shit. Well, I don't mean the ice house. The ice house has been here since the 1700s, I think. This building, man, when did they build that? That's definitely new. Oh, this, man. This wasn't here before. Mother Nature's taking this back. Well, it was already Mother Nature's. You piece of land. Car park there, but the car park's miles that way. That is the beach. Caution, Highland cattle. Wait a second. Please keep all dogs on leads, that's probably wise. There's a sculpture of a Highland cattle around here. In fact, I think it might have used to stand where that building is. Here it is. I love this thing. And I can tell you for a fact, it can hold the weight of 2 fully grown men. It's fucking brilliant, is it? See, this is the type of stuff that I wish I knew how to weld. If I was able to weld, man, I'd be knocking all this stuff out for sure. Anyway, there you go, Dan. Wee Highland coo for you. The rabbit droppings. Here's a fact for you. Rabbits eat their own poop. So if you find rabbit droppings, that means the rabbit's been eating healthy and it hasn't needed to eat its own poop. Yeah, they eat their own poop. They eat twice to get all the nutrients out of it. You could never really see the moon well on the camera as well as your eye could see. But to make up for that, here is an ammo cart. Time and tide, wait for no man. Yeah, there used to be a small railway running all the way around this beach. Clearly because there was tank traps and the Germans could get on here, but they needed ammo and ammo was shifted to them on one of these. Clearly it was in better nick than that. Brilliant. Alan's not been here since he was a puppy, but he still knew exactly which bit he was going to, man. He remembered it. Here we go. Holy shit. Right here. Right here. This is it. This definitely is it. That looks like it was man-made, the way it's split. The deadfall on top of deadfall. Moss has grown. Honestly, it's been as many years since we've been here. To the camping spot. It's just threw these things here. It's unusable. So I'm going to stop here. There's a good seat. Seesaw, seesaw. Check that. Oh, it's snapped over there as well. Right, well this looks like a good place as any to have a brew. Right, Marek, next time you're upgrading your bag, go old school. Go army issue old school. Can see this thing? Right, just chuck it there, look. Bosh. Now that's my seat. Alan, you love that seat, don't you? You love that seat. Happy days. They most certainly do not make them like this anymore, that's for sure. I agree, mate. I'm thirsty as well. Right, you stay there. You're not going to fall any further than the floor. Calories, calories, calories. Calorie. Be a good name for a baby, yeah. Wee baby girl. Hey, wee Calorie. That one's bound to That's going to put on some weight, that kid. I've got mince. I've got heat. Oh, it's no called a jet boil for nothing. Right, I'm going to put some mince on a roll, getting a complete mess. but enjoy it. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to some fucking mince rolls, man. Yeah, you keep edge, Alan, keep edge. You see me back while I'm distracted. Right, I'll get back to you in a minute then. You know what? I filmed myself eating. I'm not gonna lie, absolutely destroyed those mince rolls. Alan's getting the leftovers. Well, Alan's getting the portion that I brought for him. There's another top tip for you. Just eat out the pot, man. It's less things to wash, less things to carry. Although, wash it if you're staying longer than a couple of hours. We're staying longer than a day. Probably best not let your dog eat out the pot. Ah shit, Alan, we're going to need to use that again later on for a curry. The spices will kill it, eh? It's hard to imagine. See, this is where the Vikings set all their tents up, eh? It's also harder to imagine that this daft wee fence is what stopped them from going into the forest. Bonkers. There you go, Stuart. Perfect standing tank traps. Every one of them still straight. Now that is how you put a tank trap up. No very good view through the front window, but the door's blocked. And that was it. We were standing at the door. You couldn't see it because of the Mother Nature's taking it back. Good old Mother Nature. In the story I was telling you about the drunk couple that were wading through water. And they were heading to the point. This is the point. Not really much to see. Holy shit, the tide is definitely out, man. I would have been chasing it and going mental. But this seat is pretty cool because it faces directly north, south, east and west. How cool is that? There's a tourist sign there. Pause the screen and zoom in if you want to read it. From this point all the way down the east coast, that's where all the seals live. Go west. I'm just following you, Alan. You know the way. Right. There's more people. It's like fucking Piccadilly Circus. Wow, what a shitty circus. Well, enjoy your last bit of wind noise and the sun setting over Fife. Eh? The sun even shines on a dog's ass some days. Right, thanks for tuning in. It's home time for us, so see you in the comments. Ta-ta.